I know she's a bad little diva. Like Sasa, she has no reason.
Hey y'all, it's Nay, aka Pretty Petite, and I'm back with another story time for you guys. I had did a poll on my story so you guys can pick between I got stood up and my prom date stood me up. Y'all chose the first option, but I'm doing this one because I need to think about all the details of when I got stood up. I need to think about it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this one. Before I get into it, like, comment, subscribe, share, and turn on your post notifications so you can be notified when I upload. And yeah, let's get into it. So the prom was in May, and I've been looking for a prom date. You know, after we found out we was having a little prom or whatever, it wasn't nothing fancy. It was outside of our school, and it was lame. But you know, I just wanted to go for the experience. So I was looking for a prom date, and I had posted something on my story along the lines of, I don't know who finna be my prom date, or I need a prom date or something like that. Because it was getting too close to time, I needed to find a dress and all that, you know, get ready for the prom. So when I posted that, we're gonna give him the name Jamal. No, that is not his real name at all. So he slid up on my story and was talking about me to my Instagram story about who's gonna be my prom date. And I was like, very funny, who are you? He was like, I was a senior last year and I didn't get to go to prom. And I was just asking what school he went to. He told me his name, da da da. We was texting back and forth, and he was like, he just turned 20. And I was like, okay, cool. Excuse me, that's nasty. Okay. And I was like, all right, if he's serious, I gotta register by Thursday. We only have a month to prepare, so opt out before it's too late. So, you know, he didn't opt out or whatever, so I ended up, you know, filling out all the information on the registry for us, and, you know, giving our shirt sizes and all that bull. So, we was texting on Instagram for a little while, then we exchanged numbers. And let's go to the messages. So I was just asking him questions and stuff, trying to get to know him, you know, in this little bit of time that we had, because I'm not finna just go to a prom and I don't know you, like, at all. Like, I don't know nothing about you. No, we're not doing that. So we texting or whatever, and April 8th come around. When we first started texting, it was April 6th. April 8th comes around and his messages get chopped up. Like, we just wasn't talking as much as we was, and he stopped replying. So I asked him April 12th, well, I texted him, I said, hey. He said, yeah. I said, where are you getting your suit? He never responded. April 13th, the next day, I said, are you even going anymore? And he didn't respond. So I go out to eat with my cousin April 23rd, and I posted on my Instagram story, and he replied to it. He was like, I want some. I was like, where you been? And he was like, been hectic, just got my ish back. And I was like, I'm gonna need a better explanation than that. We had plans and you low-key ghosted me. He was like, where you at right now? And I told him before I went, because, boy, you just looked at my story, you know where I'm at. And he was like, can I pull up? And I was like, for what? And he said, all right. I said, answer the question. He was like, will I be in question mark? And I was like, no, pull up for what? I'm out to eat with my cousin. I'm not worried about you right now. He was like, to see you and talk to you, smoke a blunt, least I can do. I said, I ain't gonna smoke, but we can link. And he was like, I bet. And I was asking him when and where, da 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 da. And so we was texting back and forth. He was like, you can come to my house or I can come to you. And I was like, where you live? And he told me where he lived. He didn't live that far from me. He gave me the address and stuff. And it was just right around the corner from me. And I texted him, you still want me to pull up? And he was like, yeah. And I told him I was on the way. So when I get there, you know, is it that same night? I think this is the same night this boy brought out a big old teddy bear and gave it to me and was talking about, here you go, this is for you. And I'm looking like, why he got me this big old teddy bear? And that was just his way of apologizing for basically ghosting me. And I'm just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this teddy bear. Like, that's not really an apology to me. Like, I need an explanation. That will be your apology. But I took it or whatever, and I put it in the truck because I was driving my mama's car at the time. And so we ended up going somewhere together. And when we was in the car, he had stopped by the gas station and all that. And when we was on the way to wherever we was going to meet his cousin or his sister or something, I was asking him, so like, you gonna explain yourself? And he was like, his family got sick with Rona, whatever, and he couldn't respond or something. Like, I don't know, it sounded like a bunch of BS to me, because I'm thinking, okay, yes, your family was sick. Was you sick? I need to know if you was sick, because if you're sick, I don't need to be around you. But he was like, no, I'm not sick. I wasn't sick. I got tested or whatever. And I'm like, okay. Like, I guess that's good enough for now. But what does that have to do with you not responding? He was just like, I just had too much stuff going on. I couldn't respond. And I was like, okay, I finally just let it go. Because at this point, it's whatever. You're talking to me now, so I guess. So we go to this place. And it's like real rinky-dink. Like, I ain't never been in this place. Mind you, I had just turned 18 some months before, so I wasn't really going out like that in the first place. And everybody in there was just smoking and drinking, mostly smoking though. And so I'm just sitting there in the booth, wherever we was at, with his sister and some more people that I did not know. And there was a whole bunch of white people in there. And I don't know, I'm just like, why are we here? Like, this isn't like, I don't know. If he would have told me where we was going when I first was texting him, probably would have said no thank you. But yeah, so we there, whatever, they smoking, and I'm just chilling, ready to go. It was a little fun, you know, laughing here and there, but I really wasn't feeling it because I'm like, I don't know this place, and we supposed to be talking about where you been and trying to figure this prom stuff out. Because at this point, prom is the beginning of May. Maybe not the beginning, but it was coming up in a month. Like, we need to figure some stuff out. So we end up leaving there, whatever. And he was like apologizing again. He kept apologizing. I'm like, okay, it's cool, I'm letting it go at this point. He gave me this teddy bear, and the teddy bear was low-key dirty. And I think, I ain't gonna say it was missing anything, but I'm just say it was dirty because it was dirty. Even my mama said something. But yeah, so we was texting back and forth, and so at this point, it's April 28th, and my dresser came in from Amazon. And I was texting him, I was like, my dress came in, how's your suit coming along? He was like, I'm gonna just have to buy one. He was like, let me see your dress, and I said no. He said, why not? And I told him, or whatever, and he was like, just let me see the color. And I was like, I sent him pictures of the dress, and I was like, do you want her to, talking about, do you want my mama to make us corsages or whatever? So yeah, so we was talking whatever, and I was like, I'm over my sister's house, and he was like, come chill with me. And I was like, I'm still over my sister's house. He was like, damn, it's almost 12 too. And I was like, it's not almost 12. At this time, I did have a curfew. It was 12 o'clock on the weekday. Was it 12 o'clock on the weekday? No, I don't know. I think it was 11 on a weekday or something. 12. I don't know, but whatever day this was, I had told him that I had a curfew at 12. And he was like, damn, it's almost 12 too. And I was like, it's not almost 12. This was at 10:34. He was like, less than 2 hours. And I just sent the rolling eye emoji. He was like, LOL, be safe. And I was like, I'm finna leave. And I had pulled up on him or whatever. And this time we was just chilling. I was chilling in his room or whatever. And my mama called me. She got mad because she was just like, you supposed to be over your sister's house, da da da. Mind you, half of the time when I went out, I didn't even tell her where I was going. I just was like, can I step out? And then when I did tell her where I was going, that's where she expected me to be, which I get, but at the same time, why are you mad? Because it's not like you always know where I'm at anyway. But anyway, that's a whole nother situation. But yeah, we was texting back and forth, and I was asking him what his suit, I said, your suit gonna be black, right? Because I'm thinking like, he better not get in a red suit. And he was like, red. And I said, my dress red. The reds might not be the same. It's gonna clash if you do red. And he was like, I feel you. And I was like, how we getting to prom? You get your suit? And he was like, we're gonna take the bus. This was like 4 hours later after I texted him. So at this point, his message is getting chopped up again. Because even the day before, no, we didn't even text May 2nd. May 1st, we was texting. His messages was chopped up. Then I texted him May 3rd about how we getting to prom. You get your suit. He was like, we're gonna take the bus. And I sent a laughing emoji and I said, funny. He didn't reply. So I'm like, okay, he didn't reply. So I texted him May 3rd and I was like, hey, we need to be communicating about prom. It's literally Friday. And so it was in the beginning of May then, because this was May 4th, this was on a Tuesday. So it was that Friday. He didn't respond again. So I texted him that night and I was like, hey, you need to tell me what the F we doing, or you need to go ahead and reimburse me $16. I know y'all think it's $16, but it's the principle. Like, I need my $16 back because you tripping. And I was like, I'm not finna be clueless up until the day. This is my last time texting you after you don't respond. After this, it is what it is. And so I didn't hear from him, like, at all. I didn't hear from him. I didn't hear from him on Instagram. He was watching my stories though, y'all. That's another thing that made me mad. Like, he was watching my stories, but he was not replying. He was not replying. So finally prom come around and I'm like, okay, definitely going by myself. I was cute, but it really was a bummer because I really wanted to go with somebody. Like, I was not trying to go by myself. I never imagined going to prom by myself. Like, who does that? And if you just didn't want to go or couldn't go, couldn't afford to get a suit, couldn't, you know, if you just couldn't, why you just didn't say that? That's dumb. But anyway, he was watching my stories and stuff and he wasn't replying. And after that, like, I was talking ish on my story, I ain't gonna lie, because I knew he was watching it. So yeah, I'm finna talk about you just a little bit. I wasn't doing too much, but I said comments here and there. And so I ended up blocking him because I don't know what happened. He liked the picture or tried to text me or something, and I was like, no, you're blocked. I think I blocked him because, dude, I think it's some messages missing. Now that I'm thinking about it, I real deal think it's some messages missing. But either way, we stopped talking and I had blocked him on Instagram. And what's funny that made me even think about doing this story time was because not too long ago, like a couple weeks ago, he requested to be my friend on Facebook. No. And when I was looking for these messages on Instagram, I had come across, I guess he had a new page with the same name or something, because this old page has a whole different name, whole different everything. It has no post though. But yeah, he made a new one, I guess. And he did try to follow me on the Instagram page before, like after this had happened, but I didn't. No, you're blocked. I'm blocking you again. I think I just denied it. And after I denied the request, no, after he followed me, because my page isn't private, he followed me, I removed him as a follower. He did it again like a couple days later, and I removed him again. And a couple weeks ago, he requested to be my friend on Facebook. No, you stood me up. Like, you didn't even text me and be like, I can't go no more. Or this ain't gonna work. I can't do this. I can't do that. Like, you just stopped responding and expect me to be okay with it. First of all, you already did this once before. You think I'm gonna just let you keep going? No, it's just a prom day. If you can't go, you can't go. Period. So yeah. But that's pretty much what happened. It was just crazy to me because I'm like, how dare you? Like, don't nobody want to go to prom by themselves, even if it is a mediocre prom. It was very mediocre, very lame, no. It was nice. They tried. It was nice, but it was just not what I expected. It wasn't enough. They know that we couldn't do a whole bunch, and I just feel like they didn't do enough to try to make sure that it was a good experience. They was playing the wrong music, all of that, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. But you know, it ended up being cool because I had my friends there, but I wanted a date there. I didn't have nothing to do after. I ended up going over my sister's house after, and we did something, but it's just crazy. He just left me high and dry, and then trying to be my friend on social media. Like, we just that cool. Like, you didn't just stand me up for my prom. But anyway, y'all, that is the end of this story time. Hope you guys liked it. I know it's probably stupid. It is very stupid, but I hope you guys liked it. So, like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on your post notifications, and let me know what y'all want to see next. I'm actually about to film a challenge video with my friend Paige. Say hey.
Hello. I'm trying to find something.
Y'all should see her face. She said hello. But yeah, so that is it for this. So I will see y'all next time.